Ciao Juventini, welcome to the All Juve cast. Of course, it is match day. We are getting ready for the watch along Juventus versus Torino. Okay, it's gonna be it's got to be a victory for Juventus. Okay, so let's see if we can get her going today. Let's see if this retreat, if any of this brings up the spirits, brings up the fight. Okay, we're just going through the lineups. All right, we have the lineups for Juventus, and really, it's as expected. Milik was rumored sometimes to be up top, but it is going to be Keane pairing up with Vlahovic at the top. The rest is Szczesny in goal, Danilo, Bremer, Sandro. You've got Quadrado, McKennie, Locatelli, Rabiot, and Kostic across the middle. 3-5-2 is what it's looking like it's going to be for Torino. They're going to not change anything, really. It's going to be a 3-4-2-1 from them, all right? And yes, if we're looking at this, it's going to be obviously Milinkovic-Savic in goal for them. Didi, Schurz, Rodriguez. Then you have Lazzaro, Linetti, Lukic, Ena, and Vlasic with Miranchuk and Radonic up top. Okay, so Sanabria not being able to make it in. He was one of the players along with Pellegrini who were on a day-to-day basis for Torino trying to get into this match. Okay, so here we have it. And we got Bob coming in here, Giles. Let's keep the city black and white and stay ahead of Torino in the table. Absolutely. I went through some of the numbers leading into this one, okay? And the numbers are all with us. If you're looking for a Torino victory, you have to go back to 2014-15 season, okay? So the last 32 Derby Della Moles have resulted without a defeat for Juventus, and 23 of them being victories. Okay, so the numbers are with us, Juventini. Okay, so let's hope that this retreat, you have Szczesny's words coming out prior to this match. Okay, and Szczesny's basically saying that they had lost that desire to go out there and that drive to go out there and get victories. That's a scary thought. I truly believe these veterans are trying to pull this group together. They're trying to get this team going and rally the troops and push forward through this difficult moment. However, my doubts are that there's not enough substance. There's not enough substance there in the actual style and gameplay for them to latch onto. But I hope I'm proved wrong by Juventus today, because my prediction for this one is a draw. Okay, I predicted a draw, but hopefully I'm wrong about it. You guys drop your predictions there in the live. Also, in other exciting news, okay, we are going to have a call-in session at halftime here for anybody that wants to partake. If you want to partake in the match day live, okay, I dropped my WhatsApp number and I did it 2 days ago on a news video. So if you got that, send messages in if you're looking to take part and give your thoughts at the half, okay, and I will call you. Don't call me, I will call you. Now, Jeremiah coming in here. Are you ready, Al? Hey, I'm as ready as I'm going to be. One game at a time, brother. One game at a time. Let's get this win. Let's get the win. We need the win, okay? It can't be anything else but a victory for Juventus. So here you have Keane. He's coming off a couple of really good cameos. Okay, so today he's got to do it from the start. Milik's going to be the one starting off on the bench. In terms of the defense, there's a lot of uproar. For me, when I go through this lineup, I'm fine with it, to be honest. I would have liked maybe Miretti's profile in the middle of the pitch. Okay, I would have liked that. I don't get it. It's okay. As far as the defense, I will say I'm a little surprised to not have Gatti potentially in this game. But I also want to point something out, everybody, okay? Our captain, whether his performance is warranted or not, because I'm not going to back his performances and he drove me nuts against Milan, but whether Bonucci's performance is there or not, this is a really telling sign of the current moment Juventus is in when our captain is not playing in a Derby Della Mole, okay? That speaks volumes about where this current Juventus side is at, all right? So just wanted to point that out, that it's a difficult moment, and it's especially difficult to think that a captain of Juventus hasn't been worthy to play in a derby, okay? So predictions coming in from Jeremiah. We've got 2-1 Juventus win. Vlahovic and Milik getting one. He's got 9 attempts with 5 on target. Just get the win, I hope. Hey, that's all it comes down to. Andrew Juve coming in 1-1. 2-1. So he got he's calling 2-1 with Meretti and Dusan to be your goal scorers, okay? Now, Jeremiah saying in his 5-man midfield, he would have Paredes, Luca, Fagioli, Kostic, and Sule. Interesting. So, sitting Quadrado, getting Locatelli on the side of Paredes and having Fagioli in there. Interesting. That would have been good. And Sule showed some chops, and he was probably the only bright spot for me against Maccabi. So there you have it. We are getting ready. We are close to kickoff here between the two sides, and I'm ready for this one. Like I said, taking it one game at a time, everybody. Okay, one game at a time, and let's see if the team can react positively from this retreat. Based on the Matchday Live and everyone's thoughts on there, everyone is very, very skeptical about this retreat working. Some see it archaic, right, to try that, but we will see if we get the positive reaction we need, or are we going to get another half performance, where we were good in one half and asleep at the wheel at the other. For me, I just need 90 minutes of solid effort and work rate at the bare minimum, okay? I just need 90 minutes of focus and determination and whatnot. As far as the rest, let's see where it falls into place. We are very, very close to kickoff here. Getting ready. The ref's taking a look. And there we go. We got kickoff. So, let's go. Locatelli over to Sandro on the left. Sandro pumps it forward here. Looking for Dusan. Headed clear. Torino now just trying to maintain possession here. A lot of pressure there from Sandro. Now Bremer coming over. Manhandling his man. Kostic losing it. Torino getting back into possession. Kostic. Sandro battling for it. Rabiot was in the mix there too. Pumped way out. And it's going to be goal kick now. Szczesny retrieving the ball behind his goal. All right. You guys nervous? You guys nervous for this one? Let's see. Let's see what happens. Let's get the Juve chance going right out of the gate here. Let's go. Try and bring that good mojo, baby. Tech pumps it up forward, looking for Dusan again, pushing in the back and then cleared out. Torino trying to maintain possession. Bremer putting it out McKennie's way a little too far beyond him. Quadrado now battling here. And he's battling again, but leaves the ball. It's scooped up by Torino, and Torino wins a throw-in just over half here into Juve's territory. Here you see Ivan Juric here. He, not the strongest of records against Juventus, but does hold a couple victories. McKennie cutting one out there. Quadrado cutting one out again to Dusan. Dusan having a problem handling that ball there, but earning a free kick for Juventus. Looked quite soft. Probably wouldn't have called that there, to be honest, but that's okay. We'll take it. Locatelli now on it, trying to play it forward. Chested down by Keane. Rabiot having a tough time handling it. Locatelli in possession again. Laterally over to Quadrado. Quadrado will go back to Danilo. Danilo scanning. Probably just going to play it. No. Turns away from Bremer. Back to Quadrado. Quadrado scanning. Little left-footed ball up ahead. And Keane just couldn't settle it in turn. McKennie was beyond Keane there. Again, going back to our strategy and our gameplay of these side midfielders just bombing forward so early. Why not keep your strikers as the ones forward? Have McKennie be that midfield support and build up through them. Let's see. YFG coming in here. Let's go. Remind everybody while you're here, drop a like on the video. Torino pumping it Sandro's way. Unable to control it there, and it's out. Aina there, not the touch he wanted. Goes out. Sandro will play it in for Juventus. All right, we're just about 3 minutes into this one, everybody. Sandro will go all the way over to Danilo with this throw. Danilo's going to play it over to Quadrado. Quadrado inside looking for Dusan Vlahovic. It's headed away. It's going to be Juventus throw-in, but again, just looking for those forwards to drop back and settle it, and our midfielder McKennie is just bombing straight up, but there's no I don't see a way for us to work that ball to get it up to him after that. He is a midfielder. Usually, if you're going to play in that style, it's like a fullback that bombs up there so that you play to a midfielder that would then play the over-the-top ball. So it's just having a tough time making sense of that whole strategy. Here's Keane chesting one down, battling for with possession, plays it to Locatelli. Locatelli pops it over the top, looking Kostic's way. Kostic with a one-touch pass to Vlahovic. Vlahovic trying to turn on his man. He's going to try and cross it in low and hard. It's cleared out, and it's going to be Juventus throw deep in Torino's territory. Aina the one to clear it out there for Torino. Juric barking orders from the sideline. Rabiot's going to throw it in. He goes back to Sandro. Sandro moving backwards, trying to cut in. Cuts in, and then plays it back to Danilo. Danilo scans over to Cuadrado. Cuadrado taking a look. Plays it down to the feet of Dusan. Dusan over to McKennie. McKennie back to Cuadrado. Cuadrado scanning. Taking his time, back inside to McKennie, and it's an awful pass from Cuadrado. Far too slow and labeled. Torino cuts it off. They're running back at us now. Outruns his man, Locatelli, but cleaned up by Danilo. Here's Cuadrado now on it. He's scanning inside to Vlahovic. Vlahovic tries to quickly pass it inside to McKennie, but it's cut out. Here comes Torino now with possession. They're scanning. Bekovic here now on the side. Torino slowing things down, but always in possession. Works it around. Gigi. And again, a bad touch from Aina relieves Juventus of any type of pressure, and it goes out for a Juventus throw-in. So at least we can bank on him helping us out, because so far he has. All right. Look at this, Vito. I love it. I love it. Puts the game on mute and has Al calling it. Beautiful setup, my friend. Beautiful setup. I love it. I love it. Hey, I guarantee you I'm better than Fubo. Guarantee you. Here's Keane on the ball here, trying to settle it. He does. Sandro scanning, tries to pop the ball over the top to Vlahovic, who settles it. Can't turn his man just yet. Here's Kostic on it, working against Aina there. Oh, back to Kostic, but out of reach from Locatelli there, and it's a Torino throw-in. Take a look here. Aina's struggling for Torino on that left side, and I would start to take advantage of that if I was Juventus. Kostic needs to be aware and start to pick things up, because he is a weak kink in the chain there for Torino. Here's Vlahovic doing a good turn, plays it over to Keane. Oh, his touch lets him down. Oh my God, like passing into a trampoline there. Keane with an awful touch there, bounces it right to Milinkovic-Savic there in net for Torino. Savic will roll it out to DG there. Over to the opposite side here, Rodriguez now for Torino. Scanning. Very, very slow. We'll play it to Schürz. Back to Rodriguez. And again, Juventus now starting to close down, put a little bit of pressure. Ball's at the back with the keeper, Milinkovic-Savic. He's going to pop it over the top. Bremer wins that, heads it back in. Cuadrado, a little out of place there to settle it. Foul on McKennie, though, trying to win that 50-50. So, 7 minutes in. Not a whole lot from either one of these teams, okay? Yeah, a little shove to the back of the head there from McKennie. Not a whole lot in this 7 minutes in, okay? Not a whole lot so far, everybody, but let's just see what happens. Torino trying to work through the back there. DG's going to probably go back to Milinkovic-Savic, as the pass back to him from Lucic was awful. Here's Milinkovic-Savic, probably going to pump it forward again. And this will be Sandro battling up for the aerial. Doesn't even go up for it, but it's flicked on, and it's going to go back to Szczesny, who boots it right back up the pitch. Keane's going to try and engage in a battle there. DG's going to win that one, chest it down. Here's Rabiot running. Oh, and his touch lets him down. And it's played too far forward. And, yeah, unfortunate there. Rabiot now trying to rush back, get into position. It's going to be the original foul on Lucic going through Keane's back there that they call. Now, YFG saying, Al, every game I see your point more and more. McKennie needs to learn about space and runs, how they work, and when to make them. Yes, and as I pointed out on the match day, as much as we can get frustrated with McKennie, at what point does the coach step in and clean that up? Because that's the whole point of a coach, So it blows my mind that he's, number one, he's doing that, but number two, he's allowed to continue to do so. It's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing for me. Now, ball's with Szczesny, rolls it out to Rabiot. Rabiot's going to head it over to the left for Kostic. Kostic pops it over the top, looking Vlahovic's way, but it's cut out. Here, the ball settles for McKennie. He plays it over to Cuadrado, now starts to make a run, but stops to be an option, and there's Vlahovic on the higher-up run. It's going to be cleared out by Schürrle for a Juventus throw deep in Torino's territory. That's better. McKennie started to escape immediately, but stopped and came back. Now, let's see here. And that was a pass back. Yeesh. But yes, Elias, yeah, exactly. Coach's job there. Juve got off very lucky with a pass back there, in my opinion. We will see. Sketchy. Here's Sandro now trying to pop the ball over the top, heading for Cuadrado there. And Cuadrado cannot win it. It falls all the way back to Danilo, but he lets it roll out for Juventus throw in. We're closing in on 10 minutes here, everybody. And not a whole lot in it right out of the gate, okay? 55% ball possession for Torino at this current moment. 45% for Juventus. Absolutely nothing as far as attempts go, all right? Battle in there for Locatelli. Comes out with it. Goes to Rabiot. Goes to Bremer, who plays it over to Sandro. Sandro up top to Keane. Tries to turn it there on DG, but unable to do so. Moise Keane, like I said in the Matchday Live this morning, coming off a couple of good cameos. See if he can get a rolling from the start. Sandro now, scanning for his throw in here. He's going to play it all the way over the top, looking Vlahovic's way. It's headed back, heading out for a corner. Managed to keep it in by Torino there, and it's going to go out on our left flank. Sandro will be on the throw again. Vlahovic battling with Schürrle there. Sandro making some calls there as he gets ready to take the throw. We have about 5 players in and around the area. Rabiot, Vlahovic, Kostic, Keane. McKennie was in there too. Ball falls to the left flank. Kostic trying to turn his man. It's going to go out. And it touched Kostic last. It's going to be a Torino goal kick. Again, 11 minutes, not a whole lot in it so far, okay? This is what you would expect in here, okay? So these derbies, a lot of the tactics, a lot of everything like that just kind of goes out the window and it becomes scrappy and a dogfight. So that's the way it is. Fea's coming in here, hard match. Torino with big ambitions. They'll find it not hard, same as we looking at them. Absolutely. We'll see. All right. Battling with it at the back here. McKennie tries to get the ball out of here. Rabiot trying to work his way out of there. Gets lucky on a bobbled touch there. Oh, Keane trying to run on here. He's dragging DG out there with him. Able to win the throw. And Keane's working very hard. So is Vlahovic so far in this one. Let's see if they can make something happen. I tell you what, if there's ever a time to see the gritty, today's a day. Moise, come on. Let's go. Cuadrado, scanning, cutting inside. Move that ball. Move that ball. That's been one of his big detriments this season, is just hanging on for it for too long or slowing everything down drastically. Here's Rabiot playing it over to the side to Kostic. Kostic trying to turn and play one forward. Gets it all wrong. It's cut out, and Torino's on the ball now. Moving it over to the side. It's going to be Lazzaro on it. Inside. Lasic. Over to DG. Inside. To Lucic. Torino. Scanning slowly. It's out to Aina. Back to DG. It's going to go to Schürrle. Torino might start working around the left to Rodriguez side. They do. Up to Lazzaro. Back to Rodriguez. Juventus with a little bit of pressure there, but not enough. Allowing Torino just a little bit of space as we're in this zone. Oh, here comes Torino. Taking on Danilo. Trying to cross it. Stops it. Here's a pop over the top, but Szczesny on it. All right, so too close to the keeper. But, yeah, a little bit of a dangerous sequence there. Radonjic taking on Danilo, doing very, very well, freezing him up, forcing him to slide, but the cross right into Szczesny's hands. Little Busy saying Rabiot is a workhorse this year. Can't be denied. His effort and work rate cannot be denied. It simply can't. Here's Torino again on it now. Now it's out on the side with Maranchuk. He's coming in left-footed, but the shot's easily handled by Szczesny. So Torino starting to switch it now. There's the first couple of attempts. And Juve again. Final third is where the ideas need to come. Szczesny walking it out slowly, scanning. He's going to long ball this one ahead for Vlahovic. It's flicked on. Here's Kostic. Oh, he had an opportunity to try and get that behind the defense for Vlahovic, who had steps on his man, but pass didn't make it by the first man, DG there. So, yeah, frustrating there. Ita coming in saying that he's watched Rovella in 4 games this year and he plays better than all of our midfielders. I hope he will be in the team next year. He is brilliant for Monza. Rovella I thought was promising even through our preseason and everything. So it's interesting. Interesting to see why they wanted to make that switch and not keep him around. And basically it came down to Allegri and wanting Paredes. And Paredes came in. But for me, Paredes hasn't had the impact that I think any of us were hoping for. And the other thing is that our players in general, we need to get more from our guys, just all of them. So it's not just a Paredes thing. It's essentially, it's just the team in general. And that's why I say substance, team play, everything needs to come together. Bremer on it, over to Sandro. Scanning over to Quadrado now, who finds himself on the left side. Inside to Locatelli. Locatelli trying a one-touch flick on, and he gets it all wrong. Torino turning it back on us now. And again, he's engaging with Danilo, trying to cross it in, cut out by Quadrado. Now Locatelli's on it. Locatelli's trying to find the ball forward to Keane there. Keane loses his battle. Ball's played forward again. Sandro comes in to clean it up. There's Locatelli playing it out to Kostic there. Kostic, dangerous pass to Sandro's got a man draped on him in Maranchuk. And now Sandro just looking for answers. Plays it back to Bremer. Tries to play it out, but just across the ground, he has Aina on it. Looking ahead. Sandro trying to slow up his man back to Aina here. Aina's going to scan. Torino now heading backwards. Ball with Rodriguez. So over to the left to Lazzaro. Back to Rodriguez. And Juve's at least kept them at bay now, slowing them down to head to the back. DG on it now on the right side. Keane starts to close down. But here you have Maranchuk, who dropped back deep. Plays it inside. Shot there. From Vlasic, nothing there. Blocked. Locatelli trying to play a one-touch up forward for Keane. But it's cut out. Now Aina plays it all the way back forward. Sandro's going to handle this one. He's got time now to scan and take a look. So let's see. See what we can do. Come on, Juve. Crank it up a bit. Let's get the chance going. Come on. Bring the mojo here. Ball played inside to Vlahovic. Awful touch from Vlahovic. In this hold-up style play, Vlahovic's shortcomings really are on display. Not today, but just the games in general. When we're asking him to drop that far back, become this link, some of his shortcomings really become evident. Here's a one-touch pop over for McKennie from Vlahovic, and it's too far ahead of him as he tries to make that run. It's going to be a Torino throw. Paredes, Pinzoli, Fagioli all talking on the bench there. Having a chuckle about something. Bonucci there. Not much to laugh about these days, boys. Come on. Rabiot Header forward. Rodriguez just going to try to pump it forward. Rabiot's going to engage. Ooh. Thought it was going to be a foul there. No foul. Oh. Cuadrado plays it well beyond Rabiot there. Sandro battling for it, trying to win that ball, pushing well ahead of his position right now, which is as a third center back. And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with that pressure. Let's try and win the ball back as soon as possible. Aina's going to throw this one in for Torino here after going out of bounds off of Kostic. Juric trying to call for a handball so they could get the free kick from there. Whatever, man. Choose your battles. Torino coming through the middle here. Goes back to Rodriguez, back to Schurz, who's going to scan. Aina calling for it out on the right, but it hits DG first. DG's going to try to go over the top. It does end up settling for Lucic here, who's taking on Bremer. And Bremer sending him backwards, now retreats to find his position at the heart of the three center back defense. Here's Rodriguez over to Lazzaro. Scanning over to Rodriguez. Cuadrado's engaged here, trying to prevent, again, another cross in. I thought it touched Cuadrado. It did not touch Cuadrado off of Radonic's cross attempt there. Out of bounds. Juve goal kick. Bremer dropping back for this one. Looks like they're going to have it short, and he's just going to play it to Szczesny here. Vlahovic looks on 20 minutes in. Not a lot in this one so far. Juventini, here's Vlahovic trying to settle this one down. Battling for it here. And staring at the ref and lobbying. Stop that. Stop that. Battle through. If you don't get the call, forget about it. Move on. Let's go. It's something that drove me nuts against Milan, and I do not want to see it anymore, and that's the complaining. Fight through and battle. This is Juve, for Christ's sake. Come on. All right. Give you a bit of a stats update here. Okay, we are sitting at 54% possession for Torino still. They have 2 attempts, 1 being on target. Juventus still with no attempts. Rodriguez carrying the ball forward here for Torino. Tries to cross one in. Bremer easily clears that out. It's going to be a Torino throw-in. As far as, everything else, literally pretty tight there as far as tackles, interceptions go. But possession, 54% to Torino so far. Both shots coming from outside the area for Torino. Now we have DG coming out on the right side. Inside to Aina. Aina scanning. Cutting inside on Sandro, dragging him all the way to the center of the pitch. Sandro now will drop back and retreat over to the left side of the back line. Torino just scanning. Vlasic. Inside to Linetti. Over to Rodriguez. Oh, mishandle there. Keeps it in play. McKennie with a nice slide challenge. It falls for Vlahovic. Vlahovic up ahead to Keane. Keane now carrying it over to the side to Vlahovic. Here comes Kostic. Kostic running in. Tries to backheel it over to Vlahovic. Wins his battle. Does well. Holding it up here. He was held up there. Here's Rabiot scanning. Oh, and that's a lazy... Oh, the cross made it through to Cuadrado. I thought it was a lazy cross and it was going to fall short, but it made it to Cuadrado. It looked like he didn't know anything about it. Anyways, he misplays it. Torino now coming back against us. Danilo again engaged in a 1v1 here. They stop it, hit the trailing run. Going to try and have a shot from distance, but it's always fading wide of Szczesny's goal. Man, that cross ends up getting there for Cuadrado. Looks like he tried to just have it back into the mixer, but everybody was deep. There was no trailing run there for Cuadrado to try and hit that there. So again, lack of cohesion, not really into it at the back there. And for what looked like such a lazy ball, that was a great ball from Rabiot there, Andrew. Yeah. Now let's see. Come on, Juve. Pick it up, fire things up here. Let's go. 23 minutes in here. Surrendering possession to Torino. Trying to get it going. in the offensive phase here. The final third continues to just leave us asking a lot of questions and wanting a lot more. DG on the ball at the back for Torino. Pumping it forward. Sandro gonna try to see this one out, but no, forced to play it. Settles it inside to Bremer. Now Bremer will have time to move across to the right flank. He does to Danilo. Danilo over to Cuadrado, who's going to take a look forward. He's going to try to play this one to Vlahovic's feet. He doesn't even get close. Linetti cuts it off for Torino. Now plays it up to Lazzaro. Nice slide challenge in there from Cuadrado. Cuadrado's passing has been piss poor to start this match. He's battling now, earns a foul, and the free kick deep in Juve's right flank. Cuadrado has been a common theme. I said it in the Matchday Live this morning, and I just said we need Cuadrado to start playing some real ball. And if he isn't going to, Max needs to find a solution and find an answer. But here we go, and we continue with the same struggles from Juan Cuadrado. And again, I put this a little bit more on system and style, and the reason I do is because he did not have a midfielder there as an option, trying to go straight ahead already right out of the gate to Vlahovic. McKennie was nowhere to be found because we continued to push those mids too far ahead. So we were asking for trouble, but again, regardless, can't just pass it to the opposition and let them have a counterattack against us. Ball in Juve's possession with Bremer, who scans. He heads it over to the right here. It's going to be Cuadrado looking inside to Locatelli. Locatelli trying to one-time that ball forward. He gets challenged from Linetti, and it goes out for Juventus throw in 25 minutes into this one, everybody. And, the effort and the work rate's there. That's my bare minimum, but I don't see a lot of unity and cohesion amongst the team. Not enough anyways to cause damage. Still no attempts in this one, 25 minutes in. Come on, Juve. I need some attempts. Let's go. Sandro on it now on the left side. Inside to Locatelli. Locatelli's touch letting him down a little bit there. Slides it over to Kostic just to maintain possession. Rabiot chesting this down. Battling, trying to maintain possession. Played forward by Locatelli to Vlahovic. Vlahovic couldn't settle it there, but Juventus earns a foul. Lucic does not like the call, but they're going to get one there. And it looks like it was going to be Schurz that gets the call on Vlahovic. Lucic lobbying and complaining. Let them do the complaining. Juve, let them do the complaining. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Max Allegri, one hand in pocket, walking away from the action, uttering something to himself. I don't know. Sandro, all the way back to Bremer. Bremer's going to scan, head over to Danilo. Danilo's going to look Cuadrado's way. He's going to play it to Cuadrado. Scanning Cuadrado. Has Rabiot showing inside. Locatelli stays in. Cuadrado's going to continue to make his run forward, but he's easily cut out by Lazzaro there, and then Cuadrado takes a foul to stop Miranchuk from basically running back at Juve's defense, and Cuadrado will end up heading over to his flank there. Professional foul there. Professional foul we could have used from Bonucci against Milan. All right, Danilo trying to see this one out for a goal kick after Torino making some advancements there, and he does, and rolls the ball over to Szczesny. Come on. David, I agree with you, brother. I agree. So far, not very impressive. It's not awful by any means, because at least the effort and work rate's here, but it's not great by any means. This team continues to, for me, just not be able to play together. There's Vlahovic heading it forward to Keane. Keane's going to head it over to Kostic. Keane continues to run onto it. Looks like he might try and take his man. Kostic with an overlapping run. 1-2 between Keane and McKennie. Doesn't work, unfortunately. Here comes Kostic trying to cross it in. Easily blocked. Ball at the back for Rabiot. Rabiot scanning inside to Keane. Keane tries to one-touch it into McKennie. That's better. That's better. those are the right types of ideas. So that works out a lot better. Again, McKennie way out of where he normally positions himself, as he found himself on the left side at the top of the area, level with the strikers. So a little bit of abandonment just to generate that. So here's Locatelli playing it immediately up to Vlahovic. Vlahovic switching field, heading to Kostic. Kostic, you can take Aina on there. He does. Little bit of space for a clearance. Again, blocked. All his cross, the majority of his crosses always getting blocked here. God, it's frustrating. Just get that step and have it quick. Or throw a fake out there and then take another step, stop, and go something. I don't know. It just feels like the majority of his end up getting blocked. Here's Aina with a deep throw in for Torino as we are closing in on 29 minutes. Danilo cleaning house and putting it out even further so that Torino has to wait to take the throw in there. We wait as Miranchik drops for this, but he's going to drop the ball down for Aina. No, he ends up taking it and having it all the way back to DG there. He was going to play it over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez scanning. Back to Shears. Over to DG. No pressure from Juventus here. Very, very light. Now Rabiot engaging DG here. Shears has a lot of time as it falls back to him. There's Rodriguez. Back to Shears. Keane now applying a little bit. Ball back to Milinkovic-Savic. Over to DG here. Here comes Vlahovic. Little bit of pressure. Very, very light. Ball all the way back to Bremer, who just boots it right back up. Settled by Rabiot. Trying to draw the call, and he does get the call for Juventus. Rabiot doing some good work and winning some battles and forcing Torino to take some fouls here. Good job. We're at the 30-minute mark here. Here's Kostic. Back to Sandro. Over to Locatelli, who's dropped beyond our center backs. He plays it over to Danilo. Bremer has stepped ahead of Locatelli. Oh, a little dummy there from Keane. Vlahovic just couldn't settle it. There's Danilo stepping high up the pitch, trying to force a challenge, trying to win a turnover. There's a nice one won by Bremer. He continues his run forward. Ball with Rabiot, inside to Kostic. One touch, trying to get it over to Vlahovic. Vlahovic, Keane just couldn't quite hit him. Here's McKennie putting some pressure out on the far side there to Lazzaro. Quadrado trying to win this here, but he gets turned. Does end up winning it. We could turn it back at them. Here's Quadrado, and Quadrado hits the deck, doesn't get the call, and we are now trying to defend. Oh, that's a poor giveaway from Torino. Make them pay. Here's Rabiot trying to settle that, but the pass was behind Kostic, and he couldn't drag it up forward. Now Torino coming back at Juventus. Couple of bad decisions and some sloppy pair. Here's Aina there, closing in on the final third. Back inside to Lucic. Lucic going over to the far side. Quadrado drop back, cross inside to Aina there, but it's handled and cleared up by Juventus. Now it stops here. It looks like he's going to have a rip. He does, but always wide of Szczesny's goal, and Szczesny was covering short side post there as Radonjic couldn't get his shot on target. Oh, man. Oh, man. So we already have YFG asking, what was the point of the retreat? There is no cohesion in this team and these players. Frustrating that these players can't put it together here. And again, you have a moment where you win this ball back, and Quadrado looks so slow to just go through the gears and turn it up when we need to. And then you have Rabiot with just a bad pass behind Kostic here and an opportunity where we could try to put them under. It's just not happening right now in the final third. Vlahovic does well here to turn his man. Plays it over to Kostic. Kostic, Aina just in front of him. Plays it inside to Vlahovic. Vlahovic takes a hit, but it's very easily handled by Milinkovic-Savic. Was able to turn and face his defender. I was expecting maybe an attempt at a 1v1, but settled for just taking a shot and not much support around him to try a 1-2 or whatnot. So again, our system or lack thereof just doesn't put these guys in positions to punish teams. But nonetheless, there's our first attempt. 32nd minute. It's from Vlahovic with an easy one handled by Milinkovic-Savic. Torino now at the back with Rodriguez. playing it forward. Here's Cuadrado cutting it out inside to Keane. Keane's got Vlahovic ahead of him. He plays it to him. His touch. He settles it. Oh, he's stopped by Milinkovic-Savic. Kostic on it now. Turns his man. Locatelli. Shot stopped by Milinkovic-Savic. Straight at him. Rabiot cuts it out. Volley! Stopped by Milinkovic-Savic. Oh. Excuse me. Much, much better, everybody. That's better. The pressure. Moving the ball quickly. Keane up to Vlahovic. Vlahovic making that touch. But again, that's an opportunity. You expect them to stop. Locatelli blasted one. It was swerving. Almost caught Milinkovic-Savic there. And then Rabiot. Again, his was swerving. But Milinkovic-Savic able to stop both of them. That's much, much better, Juve. Much, much better, you guys. I will say this. Lack of cohesion. Lack of the understanding shared amongst the players in the final third. But I did, and I have been saying this for a while. The effort and work rate will solve the majority of Juve's problems, but the rest has to come down to system. But when they play like that and they're quick about it and move the ball quickly and just play at a stronger pace, it's better. It's better. But again, it's consistency, and then it comes down to the actual cohesion. But again, you got to start sticking to something and number one, finding something that works, but then sticking to it and let the players gel with one another. But let's see what happens. That was a promising little sequence. Ball well won by Rabiot there. Here's Kostic. He's getting chased down by Lucic. He crosses this one in, back post. Nobody there. Kenny chasing it late, does well. Cuadrado wins it. Move that ball, Quad. Trying to take his man on. Left-footed shot, but it's wide. Milinkovic-Savic watching that post there. So split seconds when Cuadrado waits and waits and waits, but he tried to use McKennie as a decoy there to give him that space just to pull it in and shoot. Looked like he might have had another couple options there, but nonetheless, this is better. This is promising from Juve, finally starting to get it together. And I agree with Fayez here. Everybody like the video, like. Come on, and if you're new here, subscribe to the channel, all right? It's all Juve all the time. What more could anybody ask? Let's go. Don't forget, everybody, as we're at the 35th minute, we're 10 minutes away. For everybody that's got my WhatsApp number, okay, that I put on the Matchday Live and the daily update video 2 days ago, text me, start messaging me if you want to join in a halftime and just get your quick thoughts in, as I will call you if you just message me on WhatsApp and let me know that you want to take part, all right? If not, that's fine too. Statistics in this one, we have evened up possession now at the 36-minute mark. It's 50-50 possession. Now we have 5 total attempts to Torino's 4. We have 4 on target. Torino has 1 on target. All right, big chances. 1 for Juve and 1 missed. That would be the one to Vlahovic there. All right, now Kostic battling with Anya there. Not happy to get the call against him there. But it is what it is. Rodriguez with it for Torino. Down their left flank. Plays it to Lazzaro. Goes back to Rodriguez, who go all the way back to Milinkovic-Savic. Milinkovic-Savic pumping it all the way forward. This one's going to go all the way back to Tech. And he's going to easily handle this one. Looking to roll it out quick to Sandro. And he does. Sandro over to Danilo. Danilo will go to Quad. No, turns. Goes back to Sandro. Who's going to play it in for Szczesny. And he just pumps it forward, looking Vlahovic's way. DG wins that battle against Dusan. Linetti inside. Radonic over to Lazzaro. Lazzaro now engaging with Cuadrado. Trying to find a little bit of space. Trying to beat him. Gets a step. Able to cross it in. Oh, Miranchuk unable to direct that one towards goal. Ends up directing it out of bounds. And it's going to be a goal kick for Juventus. Torino trying to get the call on Cuadrado. On Lazzaro there for a late challenge. Missing the ball after his cross. But to no avail. All right. Now, Sal with a great point. Appreciate the shots from everywhere. Yes, if you have a line of sight on goal, shoot the damn ball, especially when you're a team that's struggling through results lately. Shoot the damn ball. In the famous words of Wayne Gretzky, you will miss 100% of the shots you don't take, okay? You don't shoot, you won't score. Here comes Lawich. And yes, I'm a Canadian, so I'm using a little hockey reference there for a bit. Locatelli, oh, you had a moment to hit Danilo there as he runs up, but he doesn't. Takes Kostic. Kostic finds Vlahovic. You could turn and face up to Schurz. He does. Back to Kostic. Little bit of lack of movement there. Sandro able to do well. Cut the ball inside. He's cutting into the right side where there's a lot of space. Finds Quadrado. Quadrado's going to cross this one in. Oh, Keane doesn't get it to fall for him. Vlahovic, I'm not sure what he's trying to do there. And Kostic comes in extremely clumsy. Extremely clumsy there. My word. But Vlahovic got to settle this one. And this is awful. Awful from Kostic there. Klippenina there. And yes, Ron, the Gretzky quote. Absolutely. All right. Ball at the back. It's a Torino free kick. Milinkovic-Savic standing over it. We're closing in on the 40-minute mark. Juventini, it is 0-0 in the Derby Della Mole. A couple of waves from both teams. But other than that, really just scrappy and cagey affair with not a lot of space both ways. Quadrado pumping this ball all the way up here, but out of bounds. Keane never having an opportunity to try and get that one settled. Let's see here. Pazzaro scanning for this throw-in. Doing almost more than scanning because it's taking forever. He does have it in here. Torino moving up their left flank very slowly. Through Radonic there. Cut out by Danilo. He will return to position. Locatelli closing him down now. Lazzaro all the way back. Rodriguez. He'll go back to Schurz there. Misses him. So Torino has to retreat a bit more. Little to no pressure from Juventus. Here's Lucic back to Schurz. Schurz is going to go all the way back to Milinkovic-Savic. A little bit of pressure now from Vlahovic. Pumping it forward. Sandro winning it. Here's Bremer, hesitates and stops. Locatelli wins it, and then Locatelli draws the foul. So good job by Locatelli in possession there. "41 minutes. Juve in possession now. Danilo pumps this one forward straight to Keane. Keane has it bounce off his chest. Stop for McKennie. McKennie scanning. He'll go all the way back to Quadrado. They just keep that in play. As McKennie had almost played it out of bounds. Here's Szczesny feinting the long ball inside to Quadrado. Quadrado back to Szczesny. Szczesny launching this thing forward. Keane trying to settle it, but Locatelli's there to clean up. Locatelli will hit it over to Kostic. Kostic has time, plays it inside to Vlahovic. Vlahovic, man, just having a tough time trying to settle balls cleanly. Locatelli does well there to win it. Now Vlahovic can run at Torino, but he's having a hell of a time controlling the ball today. Awful pass from him to Locatelli there, just out of his reach as he tries to stretch there. Torino goes back in possession. DG plays it back to Milinkovic-Savic. Savic over to the left side now. Milinkovic-Savic will pump it forward. Heading down Torino's right side, our left side. Sandro on it. He's going to cut the ball inside to Bremer. Bremer will scan, take a look. He'll play it over to Danilo now. Closing in on 43 minutes. Long ball forward for Keane, who tries to flick on for McKennie. McKennie's going to battle Rodriguez there. Rodriguez getting just enough to poke the ball forward. McKennie running, chasing. just unable to get it, and Torino escapes and now moves into Juve's territory. They will stop, hold things up. Scan. Vlasic taking a look. Had Miranchuk but goes back. Here's Miranchuk on it now. He's scanning. Over to the far side. Radonic. Outside of the boost cross. Handled by Bremer. There's Rabiot. And he earns a foul there. Looked like a high boot there. As he throws himself in there on the 50-50s. That's the kind of effort and determination we need from the guys in every single match against every single opponent. Sacrifice and get in there. Get stuck in for every loose ball. All right. Now, Vlahovic and his touch. Everybody, talking about Vlahovic's touch in the chat there. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. He is fighting the ball today. He really, really is. We've got 1 minute until the half, and then, of course, there'll be a little bit of added time. There's Vlahovic with a flick on, trying to head over to Kostic, but it's beyond him. Aina will be on the throw-in for Torino. Right, everybody that's with me live right now, reminder, like the video, okay? Like the video while you're here, please. And subscribe if you're new to the channel. Here's Sandro inside the Locatelli, over to Kostic. Kostic spinning his man, back to Bremer. Bremer back to Danilo. Get it over to Quad. He's got a ton of time. Stop waiting. And now you've done it. He's got a little bit of pressure on him. Still trying to get the ball forward to Vlahovic, but too slow and bouncing pass. Easily cut out by Torino and launched towards Juve's backline. Here's Szczesny on it. He's scanning. Closing in on the half, everybody. Not awful. Not great, other than a wave two. There's an attempt from Quad, probably just to try and earn the throw-in. Plays it there. And that is it. Wow. So, we have absolutely nothing as far as added time goes. Okay, so he shuts it down immediately. 45-minute mark. Shut down immediately. We're going to get into statistics right now. Okay, I'll keep you all in the loop. Reminder for anybody that might want to come in on a call-in at this half and share your thoughts. Here's how to do it. For those that got my WhatsApp number on the Matchday Live this morning and the daily update video two days ago, just simply send me a message if you're interested, and I will call you and put you live so you can give your thoughts on this half. 51% possession in favor of Juventus. In terms of total attempts, both teams have 5. Juve did put 4 on target. Juve having the only big chance, and that one was the miss by Vlahovic. Must be said, Milinkovic-Savic did very well to get out there, make himself big quickly. But again, it's one of those ones you want to see your guy, your 9, bury. Outside of that, honestly, there isn't a whole bunch to say, but I do believe that that was a decent half from Juve, definitely in terms of work rate and everything. But again, cohesion and unity, we will see what we can do. I am going to bring in, for the first guest ever on the new call-in sessions, it's going to be Jeremiah. So let me try and link up with Jeremiah here. Okay, and let's see if we can get him in here and get his thoughts on the half, okay?
Hey, Alberto, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing good, my man. How are you doing?
Doing good until I saw the first 45.
You know what? Effort and work rate, not too bad. But what do you see in this one so far? Are there any changes you would make, or would you wait a bit for some changes? What do you think's going to push Juventus over that hurdle and get through this game and hopefully get the victory? What do you think?
I think that we really need to pump up on the attacking phase. If I'm going to bring in somebody, Locatelli was doing not too bad, but he's sitting in too deep. So I don't think he's really consistently helping out with the offensive phase of the game. So I would definitely try to bring in. I would take out Cuadrado. I will bring in Sule. Really. I will bring in Sule because I think Sule has much more speed, much more accuracy. I think he's game for he's going to be a good sub for Quads because Juan is not doing too well.
Yeah, Quads.
Too many mistakes.
Yeah,
too many mistakes, and the basics of the game, the basics of football, he's missing out on it. So I'm not so keen on Juan. I think Cuadrado, he needs to leave. I think bring in Sule, and then we see where that takes us. That's my opinion so far.
All right, I like it, to be honest. Okay, I'm gonna see if someone else wants to join the call. Jeremiah, I want to thank you. You are the first ever to make the call in, so thank you. We'll talk to you in the live chat, my friend.
Thank you. Cheers. Bye.
Cheers. Now, in terms of Sule coming in, I like that. I like that from his call. I wouldn't mind that. I think personally, I think we need to shift it in the middle, more of a two-man pivot with Rabiot Locatelli, and I'd like to see Miretti in there as an attacking winger, midfielder ahead of them. I think McKennie is more systematic where his problems are having, but I think we need to do that, okay, and clean it up a little bit better. Again, massive shout out to Jeremiah who joined us, and look at everybody's pumped on the call-ins. Listen, you guys have the WhatsApp number, okay? I will put it into the chat here as well. So for anybody moving forward, you can reach out to me. That's my personal WhatsApp, okay? And we are going to get it going. So if you want to join in, we can do. What do we do with the left side? So in terms of the left side, again, Kostic is kind of it there. Kostic, again, his cross is easily kind of shut down and whatnot. I don't know. You know, if we focus too much on one side, I don't really know. There's other areas I think we need to strengthen as well. But one thing that's clear and evident is they want McKennie to be the guy that bombs forward and is kind of there. The problem is he's doing that also while we're trying to build up on that right side. So it would make sense when we're trying to build up the left side to bomb him forward there. But this is really something I've called for most of this season, which is get your attacking mid literally lined up in the middle of the pitch and split to two-man pivots, okay? And let those other midfielders stabilize everything. Let that guy play from the center so that he can support not only the left side, but the right side. Because too often these guys, and Kostic is one of them, they just don't have the options, everybody. They just don't have the options. So we need to really clean things up there, all right? But in terms of this and what's going on, I think it's... I overall think that the work rate and the effort and the performance is actually good, at least from that part. The cohesion, the unity, the ideas in the final third, that's going to be a work in progress, everybody. It's going to be a work in progress. And I get Alex's frustration because Kostic has been doing that the whole season as far as what's going on out wide there and everything. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be one of those things. It's going to be a work in progress. The attitude, I want to ask everybody in the live chat here, do we feel the team a little bit more enthusiastic than what we've been getting the past few games and everything? Does anybody feel like a little bit of a lift there? What do you guys think there? What do you guys think there? Vito coming in here. What happened to Cuadrado? Listen, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's been. But it's bad. It's really, really bad. And props to Jeremiah there with the shout on Sule. I mean, why not? I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind it, to be honest. Arash coming in here. And long time no talk, amigo. But Arash coming in here was saying, get McKennie out. Get Fagioli in. We will score too. You know what? Miretti, and congratulations to Miretti, by the way, being one of the 20 nominees for the Golden Boy 2022. So props to him. Yeah, I see a bunch of things. I see some that is McKennie's fault and some that isn't McKennie's fault as to why he's struggling, okay? But it's is what it is what it is. Frustrating. Let's see. Josh saying the team doesn't look completely out of energy by halftime at least. That still isn't saying much. Hey, baby steps, right? Baby steps, right? I think in terms of energy, effort, work rate, that's at least been there. And it was there steady for that half. Another question mark as we go into the second half is, can they sustain this? Can they keep it going? Okay? We have to wait and see. We have to wait and see if they can keep it going and see what happens, right? Jeremiah coming in there, love the live call, and I was a bit nervous. You did fantastic, and I liked your call on Sule. Nobody has to be nervous. I had some people reaching out to me, and we've been talking over WhatsApp over the past couple days, and I think maybe that's why nobody's really reaching out right now is because they're nervous. Look, you don't have to have a huge amount of knowledge. This channel is literally for all of us Juventini, okay? The only requirement is to be a passionate Juve fan, and that qualifies you. And Jeremiah, you did fantastic job, okay? And everybody enjoyed it. And I know once this gets going and once we start adding in some live call-in sessions, it's going to take off. So nobody be nervous. You guys are fantastic. There's only one requirement, and that's be a diehard Bianconeri, which the AJC Army is full of, all right? Now, let's get to some more comments. I think Cuadrado is done. His mistake with that pass could have put us in a big problem, and Kostic has to do better. You could tell that McKennie is overweight. He used to run like crazy. Interesting enough is that McKennie's actually slimmer. He's quite a bit slimmer than he was last season, and he leaned out quite a bit. I will agree in terms of Cuadrado. He had several passes that put us in definitely some questionable scenarios. But, again, we were able to work by it. On the flip side, again, in the final third for us, we have moments to really put Torino under, and this team looks like a little bit out of ideas to do so and to really cause them problems. I did like what Vito put the shout out there about the team hitting the ball from outside the area and just taking shots when you have that line of sight. The only one I didn't like was probably when Vlahovic took a very lazy one from the left side, top of the area. I thought he turned, he had his man squared up. I thought that was the opportunity to try and take him 1v1 or at least wait for support. But that's another question. Where was the support for Vlahovic? Where was an opportunity for 1-2 pass or whatnot? Like, we still have to support those guys. And there's still a lot of ball watching from the team. But there were a couple sequences where we were trying to move it quickly and work some 1-2s. Here you see, I'm watching some replays. Locatelli's swerving hit. Rabiot hitting an absolute volley off his chest there that was starting to swerve from Milinkovic-Savic. I like that. Play like that. Ask questions. Challenge the keeper. Force them to work. All of that. The effort's not bad. All in all, from what we've seen, honestly, going through these past few matches, this is better than what we have been seeing, okay? It's frustrating that we don't come out with the goals or whatnot, but it is better. It is better, albeit just a little bit better, okay? Let's get to some more comments from everybody here. And we got Josh coming in there saying, Kostic just isn't a winger. He needs someone running past him to distract the defender and give him a second passing option, or be the one running past the backline so he has more space to cross. That's exactly right. Again, this reliance on the individual to do it on his own and whatnot, and just say, yeah, well, he can cross it. Well, every time he's got to beat that guy ahead of him, and we are always against another team. There's always a second team on the pitch that can be very easy to forget about, all right? But we see what happens. Josh, what a fantastic picture. I mean, Jesus, looking sharp. Look at that. Look at that for a YouTube handle photo. Very nice. Very nice. Don B saying this is still bad. Hey, baby steps. I've put myself in this scenario where many have given up on the season, everybody. I've put myself in this scenario, and that is to just take this thing and see where the chips fall, but take it one game at a time, all right? One game at a time, and we see what happens. Okay, I got Reno coming in here. Ciao, Reno, amigo. We need a new coach. Tuchel, please, so I can use my bottle of champagne. Yeah, Reno's been on the get a new coach train for a while, and he does like Tuchel. We see what happens. Anthony saying hopefully he actually graduated. Just joking. Imagine just posing. Maybe it's just a model posing for some type of yearbook thing. Who knows? No, I'm sure Josh graduated. Josh is a beauty too, and we don't see him enough in these live chats, so I'm extremely happy that he's here today. Ron Rossitano coming in. Vlahovic needs to handle the ball better outside the box. It was a wild ride just watching Vlahovic trying to corral that ball and handle it and just protect it. He just doesn't look comfortable, in my opinion. He just does not look comfortable. And again, I don't know, comes down what it is, if it's a style or whatever, but I mean, if we're being honest, hold-up play of the big nines is kind of like a standard. It's nothing crazy. It's not asking him the be-all, end-all. I mean, the rest of it and getting service in the area and stuff like that is on the support and the system and everything. But, I mean, just your basic hold-up play, it's got to be better. It's got to be better, for being honest, is what it is. Fayez with the flags. Come on. Fino alla fine, right? Let's get the job done today. Let's see. I 150% agree with this comment. Okay, everyone like and subscribe to AJC. Let's go. Everybody do it. And again, everybody, in the comment section, if you scroll up in the live chat here, I dropped the WhatsApp number. In the future, like we had Jeremiah here on the halftime, you can get going for the calls. All right. And I think we might have one more. Let me just see. We are getting ready for the kickoff. I'll just see. We might have one more real quick here. And it might be Aman here. Let's just see. Let's see if we can get one more in here before we get to this halftime. Aman.
Hey Alberto, how's it going?
Hey, good, my friend. So you're here live. We're here live at the halftime. So yeah, just doing the watch along here. And I just want to ask your thoughts on this first half. And are there any changes you think we should make? What do you think is going to help Juve get the breakthrough?
Yeah, I mean, it's really not good to say this, but we are really struggling and finding the positive points in the game, thinking about the game. We have to look deep to find good things about how we are doing. There is a balance between the two teams. There is neither of the teams are overperforming the other one. And in these games, the small details change the game. And in these situations, the mentality and the confidence of the team becomes important. And unfortunately, this season, in such a games, it hasn't been to our favor. So I really don't know how it goes with the game. But one thing that I would like to see, I mean, people talked about Sule, people talked about Miretti. I think we should look at the future. I mean, we are obviously struggling with the present. We should consider playing Miretti, Fagioli, and Sule more often. Obviously, we are, with the current players, current squad, we are struggling with winning. So having them on, at least if it doesn't help us win, it helps us for the future to win.
Absolutely, and I agree with what you're saying, and that was one of the criticisms many had, which is get these guys involved, and why couldn't Gatti, play at the back with this? Now we look at a struggling Quadrado through this one, and maybe Sule can help. We've got Miretti, we've got Fagioli. Here's a bad touch. Oh, cleaned up by Sandro there. So the second half has started. I want to say, Iman, that was a fantastic call. Thank you for your call in. This will not be the last time, my friend, and I hope we can connect soon again. Thank you.
Sure, thank you. Have a good day.
Ciao. All right, everybody. That's a fantastic evaluation from Iman. Fantastic stuff. And yeah, I agree with you, Mark. That was a good call. Very, very, well-worded analysis of just neither team being the one to break through here. It's great stuff. And this is one of the things that's very exciting about the call-ins is that you guys are amazing, and it's really great. And we got to shine a light on just all of you that are awesome in the AJC Army, right? And I want to make you guys part of the channel because you guys are a massive part of the channel, okay? So let's go onward and upward and all together, okay? Tutti insieme. Now, second half action, let's go. Locatelli on it here. Playing it back. He heads to Danilo. Danilo's going to pump it forward, looking for Vlahovic. He chests it over to Quadrado. Starts to make his run. Quadrado tries to play it forward. Gets to Keane. Tries to backheel to Vlahovic. He's slipped, and it's cut out by Torino. And Torino now trying to move back towards Juventus. Over to the right side here. We have Torino now scanning. Heads it over to Radonic's side. Lazzaro giving him the option to the left, played into him. He's going to cross it in, but Quadrado slides in there, shuts it down. Fantastic stuff, and again, just great calls. Jeremiah and Iman, fantastic stuff, you two. Fantastic stuff. It's our channel, Fizz. It is our channel. All right, Radonic on the corner for Torino. 47 minutes and a half here. Radonic back out to the top of the area to Rodriguez. Vlasic, feints, goes to take a shot. It's blocked. Linetti chests it back in. Here's Rodriguez. He's looking to have a cross in, but it's shut down. Over to Radonic now, who's got he's got Quadrado engaged. Tries to cross it in again. Does, low and hard, but it's blocked and bombed out. Keane applying a little bit of pressure, but Torino easily allowed to work it around and now get the space in Juve's territory again. McKennie battling, but I don't think Lazzaro kept that in, and he did not. So let's see if this second half we can keep it going. Let's see if we can keep it going. Everybody, let's get those likes up as well, okay, for this one. Okay, let's see here. Quadrado scanning on the side here. Tosses it into Keane. Oh, there's Vlahovic playing over to Kostic. He's got just Aina ahead of him. Tries to play that low ball. Ooh, the pass in there was deflected and almost deflected into goal by DG there. Kostic had the two options there. Tried to just go ahead for Rabiot there, out of his reach, and then DG crosses it. Goes straight down. Vlahovic screaming as he was, he and Rabiot had steps on their man. That's one I probably think Kostic has to connect with one of those guys there. Richard, hey, massive thank you from me. He's coming in with a brilliant commentary as usual. I appreciate that. I really do. Having fun with it. This is a passion project. So the fact that some of you do mute the games and to hear me, that's a huge compliment, and I thank you. Danilo up ahead to McKennie. Oh, nice flick on. Vlahovic can turn. Oh, but he has to slow down there. There was a split second where he could have made something work to Keane there, but he just couldn't get himself in position to see it. There's a through ball. Here's Kostic running onto it. One-time cross that. He plays it in. Miss hit by Vlahovic. Stops. Locatelli with a volley, and that's a bouncing volley. Big stop from Milinkovic-Savic there, okay? This is better, but Kostic hit that on the one time, my man. Plays it in there to Vlahovic. Vlahovic couldn't control it. That's a hell of a volley. Hits it downwards, and that thing's bouncing. It's heading up top there. And Milinkovic-Savic, ooh, about a foot over to Locatelli's left, and that's probably in, everybody. Corner kick here for Juventus. Going to the back post there. Danilo trying to head it back into the mixer, but can't get it right, and it goes out for Torino goal kick. Hell of a hit there from Locatelli. Now you are going to get a change, and it's Bremer coming off for Bonucci, okay? This is he injured? He might have something he's trying to deal with. The way he's walking, maybe an ankle? Maybe? So Bremer's coming out. Bonucci's coming in, and this could go any way, Juventini. This could go any way here. But let's hope it goes our way, and that's the only way it could go. Let's go. Bremer out. Oh no. You're joking. He must be injured. It's got to be. It's got to be. I think it's an ankle thing after Vlasic's turn there. And just the way you watch him off, watch him walk off there, it looked like maybe one of those steps wasn't too comfortable. We'll see. Bonucci in now nonetheless at the heart of the three-man defense at the back. Rodriguez on the ball now for Torino. He's going to go back to Shears. Scanning. Over to the right side. Miranchuk trying to play it forward there. He does. It's going to be Aina now cutting in. All the way over to Lazzaro. Lazzaro looking to cross it in. He does. Bonucci gets to it. Heads over to the left. Kostic now just closing down. Trying to push Torino back, and they are doing so. Keane with a good battle there. He's winning it. Comes out with the ball. Sends it over to Vlahovic. It's a slow pass, though, and now Vlahovic just does enough to keep it with Kostic. Kostic now trying to get it back to Vlahovic. It's cut out. It's going to be a corner kick. It's like we're just getting toes to balls and everything, and like our control and our handling is just not sharp enough. Like we're just able to. It's crazy. All right, let's see. Come on, let's get one here on a corner. Come on. Quadrado on this corner here. Let's go. Put this thing in here. Oh, that's a low corner. Making it to the short side defender and cleared. Sandro trying to battle for it, trying to win it. Keep Torino pinned. Now Juve wins the ball back through Kostic. It's played inside. Kostic asking for the ball here. Bonucci. I think I want to see Milik in this game. Juventini. I think I want to see Milik getting over in here. I think he's going to help. Here's Rabiot. Back to Sandro. Kostic. Locatelli. Locatelli over to Danilo. Come on. Slowing things down. Bonucci on it at the back here. Let's get the chance going. Come on. All over to McKennie. Plays it back to Sandro. Sandro inside to Rabiot. Over to Kostic. Kostic trying to work a 1-2 with McKennie, but not going anywhere as Aina doing well to just slow him up. You see Bremer on the bench right now grabbing his hamstring. So, yeah, something muscular going on there. Throw in Torino Miranchuk there from Aina. Trying to play it back. McKennie now all of a sudden way out on the left side. Playing basically right next to Kostic. This is, again, makes you wonder, like, what exactly are we doing in terms of setup and whatnot. Here's Keane battling for it with DG there. Wins the throw-in for Juventus. 54 minutes closing in on 55. Vlahovic battling for it in the corner. Plays it out. Here's Locatelli. There's a cross. Ooh, just doesn't get over the defender. Locatelli battling for it there. Looks like a handball from Miranchuk there. No call. And Torino popping the ball forward. Back to Miranchuk. He's going to run. McKennie with a slide tackle that doesn't get him. Continues his run. Ranchuk trying to cut inside, look for options. He finds Linetti. Linetti's going to pass it over to the side there. It's Lazzaro now working. Quadrado's engaged. Step overs. Lazzaro back to the top, over to Radonjic. Bypasses Linetti. Heads it to Vlasic. Over to Aina, back to Vlasic. He's going to take a hit. Left-footed strike, always going wide of the goal there. Fayez calling for the handball. That was a handball. Would have been a good spot for us to get the dead ball too. You could see Sal, I'd take Lichtsteiner all day. Lichtsteiner was an absolute beast. Absolute unit. You would... he's the guy you love to have on your team and absolutely hate to play against. And always came up big. Loved it. Here comes a long ball forward. Keane trying to flick on for Vlahovic. Just can't put it in his path. Pumped back. Danilo heads it back. Keane's able to settle. He's turning. Looking for his support. McKennie's right behind him and just unable to even use him. Here's Quadrado winning his 1v1. Looking for the cross. He puts it low and that's cut out by Schurz there. Got to get some air on that one, Quad. Radonjic now challenged by Danilo. And then Locatelli comes in. It's out for Torino throw-in. So 56.5 minutes. We're getting close to the 60-minute mark. I would expect another change since the only one we've done so far was due to injury to Bremer. But I would like to see a Milik entry in this one and come in. I think he's going to help things out. The tough thing is we have to be honest about who we're asking to take out up top. Hey, I hate to say it, but do you just automatically take out Keane? Has he been worse than Vlahovic out of the top up two? I think that's up for debate, to be honest. Torino trying to work a little give and go here. Linetti, he's battling with Quadrado. Rabiot cuts in and loses it. Here's Linetti coming in. He stops. He's scanning. Tries to put a ball back post. Sandro heads it where he could have just booted it. He's practically laying on the ground when he heads that. And now Torino's able to keep pressure. Here's a hit. But Szczesny handling that. So Andrew at this point saying Dusan out if you're going to make that change. So there you have it. Ita coming in saying Torino are improving. They're starting to get a little bit stronger here. Remember, we had the question marks. Is Juve going to play one half? Are they going to be able to be engaged for the full match? Let's see. We got to dial it up. I think we're getting close to that second change, and I think we should look midfield and striker. I think Milik needs to come in, and I would honestly bring in Miretti. So here we go. Torino now again stepping forward, trying to have a shot. It's blocked. It falls to Vlasic. Vlasic outside now. He's scanning. He's over to Linetti. Linetti over to Radonjic. He's got Lazzaro out to his side, but he's going to cut in, look for a shot. Well done by Locatelli. Sliding in. He's fighting. Juve has dropped too far back. We need to win the ball back, boys. Push forward. They're backing up into a shell. They're allowing Torino to pin us back. Push forward. Win that ball back. Lazzaro engaging with Quadrado again, trying to take him on. He does get around him. Oh, the cross deflected off Danilo. Tech had to be sharp there. Torino is growing in this one, everybody. Torino is growing in this one. Juve needs to react. It's going to be a corner. Radonjic is going to give way. Excuse me. Okay, short corner. Miranchuk and Radonjic. Radonjic now scanning. Left-footed cross. Bonucci clears it. And there's Rabiot to follow up. Here's Vlahovic trying to flick on. Here's Keane battling. He gets past it. That's a card. Well won by Keane. Battling there. His work rate's been tremendous this match. I will commend him for that. As far as the final third play needs to be better from everybody here. But honestly, I need to see Milik to help up front, and I need a little bit more attack-minded in the middle. McKennie should be the one leaving for Miretti. So for me, Miretti and Milik, I would make that change, and I would do it at the next whistle because we are at the 60-minute mark. So let's see. Sule can come in as well, like Jeremiah said, for Cuadrado. There's a misplaced ball. Vlahovic now. You could take on your man. He tries to cross it over to the far side, and McKennie and Kostic, the ball split them, neither one of them getting to it. Here's Sandro with a cross, heading in just over Keane's head. Torino clears. Cuadrado applying pressure. Danilo now looking forward. Slows things down. Back to Cuadrado. We had them pinned back for a bit. Unfortunately, couldn't get to Vlahovic's cross there. I thought he's, again, too quick to cross. Those are the opportunities you want. Some 1v1s, try and take a guy on. Bonucci, long ball forward. It's beyond Keane. And it will go all the way back. Milinkovic-Savic will stop it there. Vito agreeing. Milik needs to be brought into this one. Yep, I agree. Sal saying pull Juan. Yep. Juan can come out. I'm fine with it. I think McKennie, Juan, and those would be candidates to make some room. Milinkovic-Savic bombing it forward. Danilo's going to head it back out. Rabiot applying a light pressure here. Vlasic on the ball. Rabiot wins it again. Vlahovic, nice dummy and shield from Keane. Kostic making a meal out of this. Inside to Keane. The touch. So Kostic almost makes a mess of this despite having steps on Aina there, and then plays it in, and Keane not knowing where goal is. That's something you have to know where the goal is there. You have to know. You absolutely have to know as a striker, as a forward, where the target is. Let's keep going. Frustrating one there, Juventini. Come on. Let's go. Find that goal. I want to see Milik warming up, though. So, Torino on it now. Here's Anna playing it forward to Milanchuk. Sandro comes in, wins that ball. Deflecting it off Milanchuk for Juventus throw. Andrew says, I take it back. Keane out. Leave Dushan. That's funny. Oh, man. That's a frustrating one because as a forward, you have to know where the target is. You can't be hitting the ball straight forward when you're not even in line with it. McKennie closed that down. Here's Aina running forward at her D. Finds a pass over. No fouls here, boys. Over to Radonjic, who's got Cuadrado there. Cuadrado does well to challenge him. Cuadrado's hurt now. They let continue, but now ref blows it dead right as Radonjic was about to shoot there. Quad is laboring. And you know what? If you're thinking about changing him anyways, now's the time. Ooh, looked like maybe a hyperextension after the challenge when he tries to flick it forward. Something weird there. But it doesn't look comfortable. Don't risk it. Don't change it. Juan got injured. Let's get this going. Let's get some changes here. Sule. Let's get Sule in there. He's not a wing back, however. So if we continue in the 3-5-2, that would have to change. So far in this one, everybody, we've got Bremer that's out. We have Cuadrado now dealing with an injury. I'm going to hit everybody with the statistics while we wait during this injury little break here, okay? So still 50-50% possession. We finished with 52 in the first half, but second half so far it's been 53% possession in favor of Torino, which puts us as 50-50 the whole way through. They're up to 10 total attempts with 2 on target. Juve's at 9 with 5 on target. 2 big chances for Juventus and 2 big chances missed. Still no big chances for Torino. Really, I said leading up to this game in the Match Day Live before, I said, look, I don't think Torino have the tools to really put us, beyond into like a loss or whatnot. But right now, with Juve unable to capitalize or find one, we are in a dangerous spot here because 1 goal could do it, especially the later this gets in it. I would like to see some positive changes in the substitutions here from Max Allegri. It looks like Quadrado's going to take the pitch again as he's standing on the side. He's not on it currently, so we're a 1-down man right now as we're playing 1 man down. And Torino's in possession, and it's Vlasic right now. Looking to mix this up here. Over to the right side. Cross coming in to the back. Flicked on. Radonjic settles it. He's going to have a hit. It's blocked by Quadrado. Falls all the way out to Lazzaro. Lazzaro again with Quadrado there. Quadrado battling him. Now putting pressure on Radonjic. And now it's Linetti trying to go back out to Lazzaro. He does. Lazzaro looking to cross, but he stops. Back out to Linetti. Linetti scanning. Has it inside to Vlasic. Vlasic inside. They try and play a 1-2. Danilo misses it. But thankfully, because it goes out for a Juventus goal kick. 66.5 minutes, Juventini. We wait. We continue to wait for some goals here. Something to happen. Come on. Torino maybe getting ready for another substitution. So far, Juve's only coming from an injury from Bremer, which we hope is something extremely minor. That is the last guy. The last guy we need down. Here comes Lazzaro taking on McKennie, getting beyond him. Now Danilo steps in. Lazzaro gets up and keeps going. Moves in there, hits the deck, but there's nothing there. No call, and rightfully so. McKennie was just standing there. Lazzaro could have continued his cut if he wanted to. Again, we're playing with fire, everybody. We need to get the ball back. We need to win. We need to push forward and put pressure on them. Immediately, Torino has regained Juve's field. And now it's through Vlasic over to the side there. Here we go. Aina coming up the right side for Torino, trying to cut in. Rabiot plays it after winning it up to Kostic. Kostic is running forward quickly. He's looking. He tries to go all the way to Vlahovic. He does. Vlahovic misplayed his pass to Keane. Now he hits Keane. Keane trying to cut in. That first one needed to hit Keane, and we had an opportunity on that one, but didn't get the pass through. Danilo does well to cut in, playing it up to Quadrado. Vlahovic runs into his man after another piss-poor pass from Quadrado. Frustrating, extremely frustrating there. Torino now moving forward, looking to the side to Radonjic. Slowing this thing down right now after a couple back-to-backs from both teams. Linetti now inside to Vlasic. Vlasic back to Linetti. Linetti will play it over to Radonjic. Quadrado closing down on him. He cuts inside, scans over to Vlasic again. Vlasic and Locatelli engaged. Over to Lazzaro. Quadrado and Lazzaro has been a battle for quite this game. Now you have Vlasic scanning. Over to the back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez over to Lazzaro again. McKennie this time coming out to him. Scanning. Very, very slow here, and little pressure from Juventus to try and get this ball back. Ball played over to the right side now. And there's Aina playing it back again. DG. Oh, here we go. Rabiot on the ball for Juventus. Scanning, looking for options. Here comes Quadrado. No midfield option. McKennie runs straight to the sideline there, so he has to go inside to Locatelli. Locatelli gets there, and now McKennie's out on the right flank, which he's not that guy, so I don't know why he's there. There's a 1-2, tried to play with Vlahovic. Vlahovic turns. His shot gets blocked, and it goes out. Better. Good pressure from Rabiot to enter the mix and drive that ball forward. Here they're showing the replay. Lazzaro working hard and getting in there, but nothing there. Nothing there between him and McKennie. McKennie had arms up and whatnot, but I think Lazzaro was just too easy to go to the ground. If he tried to fight through that, maybe, just maybe. But yeah, so now you have Pellegrini. Pellegrini was a day-to-day injury for Torino. I said all their injuries were all day-to-day, so any of them could have potentially got minutes in today's game. So there's Pellegrini coming on for Radonjic. Here's Kostic, cross in. Milinkovic-Savic gets hands to it. It falls to Vlahovic. Vlahovic puts it back in the mixer. There's McKennie with a header, but it's soft and easily handled by Milinkovic-Savic. He hammers this thing forward, trying to turn on a quick counter. There's Sandro handling it quite nicely. Back to Danilo. Danilo up top to McKennie. McKennie scanning. Trying to go over the top to Kostic. I ended up playing, or sorry, it was Vlahovic. No, that was Kostic. So Kostic, but headed back into Milinkovic-Savic's hands. All right. So, Juve still waiting for another change. Again, the only one, we're at 70 minutes, closing in on 71. The only one was due to the Bremer injury. Oh, Sandro has a cross. It's blocked. Now Torino at the top of the area. There's a hit from Vlasic. Ooh. Jeez. I get Vlasic and Lucic. I get mixed up for Torino. But anyways, that one was Vlasic. Here comes Lazzaro. Linetti now. Vlasic with the ball. Falls to the back. Here's a hit. Oh, Miranchuk not getting it on goal. Ooh. This is, again, we're playing with fire here. Playing with fire here in the Derby. Juve needs to do something to regain control. I think you're waiting a little too long here, Max. Time to get some changes go. Come on. Get some changes going. So, Milik coming in, and it is Moise Keane. Thought he worked hard and had a solid shift. He's going to want that one opportunity back after it played in there. And one time in it off target there. That one's going to sting. There's a push in the back to Vlahovic there. No call. And Juventus remains in possession at the back there. Here we go. Quadrado popping the ball over the top to Milik, who slips. Still managed to settle it better than half of our team this game. And here comes Kostic now up the left side. Scanning. He's going to cross that in. There's Vlahovic header. A stop by Milinkovic-Savic there. The ball might stay in play. Oh, it's going to roll out there. That's better. That's a better early cross. Make sure you get it to your target. That's better. Not these blocked ones. Much, much better. Much, much better from Vlahovic there. And from Kostic. Let's go. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Here's a corner kick. Quadrado standing over it. This is the moment, Juventini. Okay, this is the moment we get that goal. Let's go. Let's get that goal. This is it. Cross in. Back post. Yes! What did I say? What did I say, baby? Vlahovic. Vlahovic. Let's go. Let's go, everybody. Oh, no. Are they calling offside? I think he's on. I think this is good. I think this is good, everybody. Let's go. Vlahovic. Vlahovic. Let's go. Dusan. Come on, everybody. Let's go. Hey, who called it, baby? Who called it, baby? What did I tell you? This was it. This was the one. There's Dusan getting to it. Let's go. Danilo with getting up to that, putting it back post, and Vlahovic doing well to get to that. Beautiful, beautiful. Holy, finally. Finalmente. Let's go. 1-0. What? Hey, how come you're not on me? Everybody, get that thing on the board. Let's go. 1-0 Juve. Let's go. All right. No VAR check? Hey, don't ask questions. It's on the board. 1-0, baby. Let's go, okay? Let's go. Andrew, loving the goal horn. Let's go. Let's go. Gotta make things interesting. Let's get the chant going. No drop off, okay? 75th minute. Let's go. Torino was the better of the sides until that one. Hopefully that crushes their spirit. But this is the Derby Della Mole. They are going to go till the end, okay? So we need to still remain focused and sharp and get the job done and cross the finish line, okay? And you are 100% right there, Ron. 100% right with that comment. Let's go. Let's go. Arash, you're absolutely right. We can't sit deep. We have Bonucci. We will concede. Let's go. Milik on the ball here. Back to Locatelli. Locatelli popping it forward for Vlahovic. He flicks onto Rabiot. Rabiot doing battle here. Rodriguez going to play it back, and Milinkovic-Savic clears it. Sandro engaged with Maranchuk there. Wins it. Kostic back to Sandro. Back to Kostic. And now he's moving forward. Up forward for Rabiot. He's scanning. He's going to have a cross in. Oh, Savic forced to come out and stop that. Danilo applying pressure. Now Milik chasing them down. It's out to Anya. Anya inside to Lucic. And Torino trying to work their way out. They do, but it's pumped all the way back. Locatelli sitting extremely deep. And he's going to recover this from Szczesny. Play it over to the side to Juan Cuadrado. All right. Cuadrado back to Locatelli. Locatelli over to Bonucci. Bonucci back to Szczesny. Let's not slow things down too much, okay? Let's not slow things down too much. Come on, let's still play the ball forward. It's easier to defend when you're on the front foot, okay? Ooh, Rabiot with a header back there. Sandro trying to get back in a position. Goes to Bonucci. Bonucci's going to go to Szczesny. He has Danilo to his right. He's going to bypass him, go all the way to Cuadrado. And Cuadrado scanning, plays it up the line for McKennie. Nice flick on for Vlahovic. Vlahovic now sets it for Locatelli. Oh, that's an awful pass from Locatelli. An awful pass from Loca there. Has to be better. He's battling in there. Ends up getting a foul. That's a bad pass from Loca, unfortunately. To be fair, I know right now what's going on social media, and I know he's getting ripped, but I don't think this has been a bad game for Locatelli by any means, to be honest. I'm not sure why so many are turning on him. I mean, when I look across his team, there's a lot of players that are underperforming. It's not like it's just him. So to me, it's a bigger issue. So I don't understand the current trend of hating on Locatelli. That's just me, everybody. But that pass was brutal. He's got to do way better on that one. So we have another change. Zima coming in for DG on Torino's side there on the right side. Ina's going to be coming off as well for Torino. So they're making a couple changes. And now you're going to have Singo. Singo can do some damage too. So this is going to be interesting. Dom B coming in, weighing in on Locatelli. He works hard, just needs to find his role. Absolutely. That's all that's required. Just got to find his role. And that goes for several players. Again, system. Once you have your system and your style set into place, the roles work themselves out. Sergej Milinkovic-Savic over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez has McKennie putting him under some pressure inside, and now it's worked out to Lazzaro. Lazzaro coming up, and again, he and Cuadrado will engage. Ball's put forward, and it's Pellegrini trying to just maintain possession to Lazzaro. They do. Inside. Oh, ball crossed in, and Rabiot getting that out. Again, played in immediately from Torino. Oh, man. Working it around. Falling it to the back to Lucic. Lucic over to the side here. Singo. Locatelli coming in and winning that and getting the foul against Torino. Fantastic work there. Absolutely fantastic work. So they're showing the replay now, and yeah, he's onside by a lot on that replay. A lot is Vlahovic on that goal. Sal coming in here saying, I'm happy we're up, but this is too much anyone's game against a 10th place team. It was, they were playing with fire there until that Vlahovic goal there, to be honest. Dom saying, do we bring in a fourth defender? Gatti. I think just changes in general. I don't know if we need to... I don't know if we need to get too crazy and bring in another defender, take one less out top. I think just a fresh legs at a couple spots could help just finish things off. Midfield, though. Midfield could use a set of fresh legs. McKennie, the nonchalant play across over to Milik. Now Vlahovic is engaging with Scherzer on a 1v1. Trying to draw the call to no avail there. There was hands on there. Here's Caramo coming. Oh, Quadrado steps into him, but gets the foul. Good challenge there, in my opinion. McKennie throwing the ball up forward. I don't know if I even give a challenge or whatnot. Like, he's just... okay. I'll let it go. So... 81 and a half minutes. We're getting down to the nitty gritty here. Juve, we got to keep things rolling. We got to keep the strong finish going. We can't drop off, especially not now. So let's see what they can do. Rodriguez playing it over. Single over to the side. Hanchik. Here's Single again. Rodriguez over to Lazaro. Over to Caramo. Caramo with a cross in, deflected. And Danilo cleared that out. Here's Locatelli battling now. McKennie. That was Milik, sorry. Caramo trying to play it beyond Quadrado. Quadrado and Caramo battling. Quadrado, putting McKennie under there, but he deals with it. Here comes Milik up to Vlahovic. Vlahovic has Kostic ahead of him. Plays it to Kostic, back inside to Vlahovic. Vlahovic scans, plays it all the way to the far side to Rabiot. Rabiot's slowing things up. Over to Sandro. Sandro's going to cut inside, but plays all the way back to Danilo. Locatelli screaming for this ball over on the far side as he's all alone. Plays it back to Bonucci. Now back to Locatelli. Locatelli inside to Sandro. Positionally, we are all over the place right now. You have Sandro in the center of the pitch. Locatelli out on the left flank. No other midfielders in sight. Rabiot or McKennie. This is the kind of thing I talk about when it comes to system and setup and style. Like, we go through these moments where none of it makes sense. And you wonder why the ball gets... held up and we can't move forward or we can't do anything. When you get into those positional scenarios, it's an absolute mess. And here we go, just doing a lot of nothing for 3 minutes, and now we've given up a throw-in to Torino in our end here. So Torino now on the ball. It's with Rodriguez. Back to Shears. Over to Rodriguez. He's stepping forward now, taking a look. Just going to play it over. Again to Caramo. Caramo's going to try to come up forward. Locatelli's engaging now. Ooh, decent ball inside. Ooh. And Vlasic trying to cross it in. Ends up going out for Torino corner kick. We're closing in on 85th minute. Hang on, boys. Hang on. Come on. Hang on. Here's the corner from Lazaro. Well in by Danilo, and he pushes forward to put pressure on this ball. Kostic battling. And now Danilo retreats to take up his position at one of the center backs again. Rabiot engaged there, staying on his man after the throw, and well done. Just hold them back. Here's Rodriguez. He's going to have a hit from long range. goes way, way off. And I'll take those all day. If Rodriguez wants to try and tee him up from there, absolutely. By all means. All right, final 5 minutes, Juventini. Final 5 minutes. Let's get over this. Let's get this victory. Come on. Make sure you stay tuned for the post-match because I got a special surprise for all of you as well, okay? Special surprise in the post-match. So Sengo clearing it out now. Bonucci engaging. Just a little knee pass to Locatelli who couldn't settle it. And here comes Torino again through Lazzaro there. McKennie starting to close in. Quadrado keeping an eye on Keramo. Keramo now trying to work with him. Goes off of Keramo, and it's going to be a goal kick for Juventus. They pretty much tried to work through Quadrado's side almost the entire game. So he's been engaging with these guys all game. So it's a tough one. All in all, considering the offensive struggles of Juan Quadrado, he's actually done a good job at slowing up the flank that they have tried to work through predominantly. If I was a team playing against Juventus, I would personally attack Sandro's side, but that's just me, and I'm happy Torino chose that one. Ooh, thought that's a foul there. No call. Here's Vlasic over to the right side. Miranchuk slowing things down. Rabiot quick to close things down, and again putting pressure. Here's Keramo, and he takes a shot, and it's well wide. Thought that should have been a call on Quadrado there for him, but to no avail as Vlasic goes through him on the back there and was able to basically take it to us there at the back. Keramo's goal, Keramo's shot always going wide of goal there. Vlahovic, he got sacked there. Watching that replay. Ooh, that makes you get that feeling in the pit of your stomach, hey? When that happens, you see that and you just instantly get that feeling, and you get that feeling like you might puke. You get that stomach turning. That's just, not cool. Not cool watching another dude get sacked. So Chris really trying to get Max out of here. Come on, Torino. Equalize. Get Max out. What's going to happen will happen. But we need results. Let's be honest. We need results, and we need to get top 4. We need results. We need to get top 4. I have my opinions of Max and what's going on currently, and regardless, I need and want this team to succeed. Here's Danilo over to Quadrado. We're closing in on the 89th, everybody. This is pretty much it in a nutshell. Victor summing it up. You can't root against Juve, but you get it. You get it. Rabiot earning the foul there for Juventus. Again, closing in. We're inside of the 89th minute. Here comes Paredes. Paredes is going to come on. Vlahovic is coming off. Max, again, proving that in typical Max fashion, he is not going to bring youngsters into a game like the Derby Derby Della Mole. He's done it in previous derbies, but this Derby Della Mole, it looks like he's not going to be bringing in any of the young guys unless they come in inside after the 90th for a quick cameo or whatnot. But, ultimately, if the team gets the job done and wins, it is what it is. But I thought they could have helped, and we could have made some subs earlier on. Torino has been the better side for the majority of this second half, almost all of it. Max is furious right now, okay, on the sideline. I'm not sure at what, but again, thought some changes could have been made. And still, ultimately, we have a goal off a set piece. And outside of that, again, you get this victory, but there's a lot of work still ahead of this Juventus side. And again, one of the things we do have to be honest with ourselves about is that I said in the Matchday Live, I don't think Torino has the tools to really capitalize on the situation Juve's in at the moment. And that's kind of been proven today. Here's Rodriguez coming out to the side to Lazzaro. Lazzaro inside to Caramo. And Locatelli playing it forward to Milik, who does well to settle. He's going to bomb this thing forward, but Kostic is at the end of a long shift today, and he just can't get there forward. But he is going to continue to pressure on Milinkovic-Savic. Plays it over to Lazzaro, with a giveaway. Back to Kostic, but Kostic couldn't settle that and just hang on to that ball. You've got to do that there. Here's Danilo battling with Caramo and winning it. It's a foul there. And there's another one. And Danilo doing fantastic. Danilo's put in a really good shift today. There's another guy that takes a lot of flack. Maybe the quality is not there that we would all want from all of our players. But to be honest, I never ever question his effort or work rate. And I think he gives it everything he has every single time he's out there. And I appreciate players like that. Granted, if the quality is not to a level all of us would desire, right? So all right, we're gonna finish this one up. We got 5 minutes of added time. All right, here comes Milik hanging on to the ball. There's a little pop forward from Locatelli to McKennie, but McKennie slips up, then comes in, challenges Locatelli, wins it. Locatelli's gonna just hang on to this thing, take it into the corner. Take it in the corner, earns the foul deep in Torino territory. We're going to chew up minutes. We're going to take this thing slow. Bravo, Locatelli, bravo. Even gets a yellow for the Torino player. Fantastic. Fantastic. 93 minutes. We're 2 minutes away from getting on the other side of this one. Okay, so let's keep the chance going, everybody. We're getting the victory. Reminder, everybody that's here with me now, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'm going to give you guys a nice little surprise in the post game and tell you exactly why you always want to be subscribed and have your notifications turned on for the All Juve cast. Got a set piece here. Quadrado's over it, but we're in the corner, and he's just going to take a touch. And Paredes is now going to take a touch, and we're going to try and keep things in there. Here's Quadrado in the area, playing it back out to McKennie, over to Paredes. Just take it to the corner, McKennie. Just hold it. You're in the corner. There you go. Now he does it. And he's just going to try and kill time. Paredes getting in there. Now Caramo on it, trying to play his way out. Does well. Fainted coming out with it and made a mess of it. Here's Paredes, and Paredes going to hang on to it. No. Call against Juve. Torino's going to get the dead ball. Milinkovic-Savic is going to bomb this thing up. I've had Sergej Milinkovic-Savic on the mind lately. He's on my FIFA Ultimate Team with his Team of the Week card. It's a fantastic card. And, of course, the rumors that Juve would try to make an attempt in January, whether you want to believe it or not. We're closing in. Final 30 seconds, Juventini. Okay, let's see this one out. Get the victory, okay? It's been an absolute frustrating couple weeks for Juventus. Got to get back to winning ways. Let's go. 1-0 here. Closing in on the last 10 seconds here. Allegri shouting orders here. Bonucci's going to engage there, get to that one, and win it over to Rabiot. Rabiot's going to play it over to McKennie. The whistle goes. That is it, everybody. We have the victory. It's 1-0. Let's go, Juve, okay? My God, get this thing over, okay? Watch the players come together now and embracing. You have Paredes, Bonucci, Locatelli, Danilo, Szczesny, Perin runs in, Sandro comes in there, Vlahovic slowly walking over, but talking to Landucci now as Landucci giving him the massive props for the big goal in the Derby Della Mole, handing Juventus the victory, okay? Rash, you're absolutely right. We will now start to focus our attentions on Bremer and hope that Gleison Bremer is okay. The whole team is together now on the pitch, huddling up, okay, in arms. And there you go. Bring it together. Let's start to bring this thing together. I don't know who's in the middle of it saying the words or whatnot, but they are in a circle, arms in arms. And here we go. And now they will do their handshakes and whatnot. But let's see if this is the beginning of, a bit of a turnaround, a bit of a shift. I did say this in terms of effort, work rate, and whatnot. That was better. The second half still shows us that this team still lacking that system and that identity to fall back in when you have to switch off and then turn it back up again, okay? The execution of many guys is still not at the level we require, okay, when you look at this. But, again, is what it is. One game at a time, everybody. That's all we can do. We're in a difficult scenario. And the circumstances surrounding Juve, even at the best of times, Juve is under the microscope. Right now, it is beyond under a microscope, okay? So we take everything we can get and we take the 3 points. Michael Raso, you're 100% right. You'll take the 3 points. We take the 3 points. Now, Fayez saying for him, this match is the best so far. You know what? Again, it's in terms of a steady performance throughout. The effort and work rate was there. We have to keep it going. One game at a time, we got the win. Hey, sometimes when you're in this circumstance, like Juve's in, it doesn't matter how you get it. You just got to get it. And they did that, okay? So let's go. Bobby Oxel, finalmente. Great job. Thanks. Hey, I'm glad you appreciated the commentary, Bob. Thank you for everybody else that's been in here. Again, like the video, subscribe to the channel. And I got a surprise for all of you. I told you I have a surprise for you. We've finally received, there was a big hold up, okay, at the customs for the kits. We have the kits that were part of the giveaway and whatnot, but I wanted to do something again special for all of you and everyone at the AJC Army. So I picked up a little something new. For another extra giveaway, okay? Do you want to see it? Does everybody want to see? Does everybody in the live want to see what I'm going to be giving away? Let's see. If you don't, it's fine. I'll just carry on. But if you want to see, let's go. Up for grabs to a lucky subscriber in the next little while is going to be this absolute beauty. Okay? All right? A nice old school retro 2004 kit. But, it doesn't just end there. Of course, if I give something away, it's got to be with the man. All right? It's got to be with the man. So there you go, everybody. Okay? 2004 Juve kit with the ADP. Okay? There you go. So that's the next one up for grabs. Okay? It pays to subscribe, the All Juve cast, okay? And we've been getting a ton of great feedback from all of you over the past month. It's been insane. We've had a big month. We keep it rolling. I like to pay it forward to all of you because, again, the call-ins, the giveaways, this channel is nothing without all of you, okay? And these times, whatever, we stick together, we ride through. It makes the victories that much sweeter, everybody. What I've been saying over the past little bit, Juventus will rise again. That's not in question. The only question is when. But together, we stick together. That jersey, look forward to a giveaway coming up soon in the next little while. And the call-ins, we can keep those rolling and have a lot of fun. This channel is amazing because of the AJC Army, so I make sure to treat all of you right, okay? So let's get to it, all right? So let's get to some of these comments back there. And Anthony's saying he'd trade his spot on the show for that jersey, all right? FIFA tournament. Everybody stay tuned for the FIFA tournament. We are not far off. We just had to get a couple guys that needed a little more practice before I absolutely steamroll them, okay? So we got a lot of good stuff, fun stuff coming up, all right? Get to some of these comments in the back here, and everybody's just going nuts with that kit. Yeah, we'll get her going. Don't worry, get a good giveaway happening there. Now, in terms of comments here, Dells, let's just not get carried away and feel like we were suddenly bad. That's it. Was Torino as poor as Bologna? And great commentary to me. Hey. Massive appreciation and thank you for me that you enjoyed it. I'm glad you guys enjoy my commentary. I have a great time doing it, and I'm with Dells on this. We pump the brakes. We take this game for what it is. Like I said, when you're in a bit of a shit show, it doesn't matter how. You just get the victory, okay? In terms of Fea saying, good job, Berto. See you next match. Absolutely, next match, Empoli. I see you then, my friend. In terms of Jeremiah, who was the first call-in guest, okay? And then Iman, who both did a fantastic job. Finally a win. We have to build on this, build a sustainable and attainable system to get more crosses into the box. That's where we look deadly with big forwards. Lovely kit. Absolutely. I agree with everything he said there, Jeremiah. And honestly, again, this match, for the most part, there are positives to hang on to. There are some errors that keep creeping up, and we have to just work through that. But again, the biggest thing is when you start getting the results, and it starts here, it starts to help that confidence, and hopefully we'll start working around. But again, systematically, more so than anything, positionally. Again, I think there's something to build there in terms of 3-5-2. But I think as far as your three midfielders go, 2-man base, pivot, 1 forward and attacking. If that's the case, in my opinion, McKennie needs to switch and become one of these pivot midfielders, not the one helping out in the attack. I get it. He can be a threat and he can cause problems in the area, especially on aerials. But I think it would do more for the team overall to have the technical ability of a Fagioli or a Moretti as an attacking mid ahead of 2 base midfielders. That's just me. But, of course, we'll dive deeper in the post-match podcast tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, live. We'll be here to really get in depth to this one and get everyone's thoughts, okay? And, again, thank you all for joining here. Like the video before you take off. After the video's done recording, if you could drop a comment, any comment would be fantastic. Man of the match. Who does everybody have man of the match in this one? Curious to see. Now, let's talk about this. And real quick, I just want to get this comment. When I take into account the problems that your club is going through at the moment, Alberto, I respect the effort that the players showed, even though you guys still need a system to thrive. And hey, I agree with that. Still need a system to thrive. Arrigo Sacchi put out those words. But let's get to man of the match. Mario Messi dropping the Sandro. Deepak coming in with Dushan. Jeremiah saying man of the match, Dushan. He looked dangerous in the second half. So he had a stronger second half for sure. His first half was a struggle to watch as he was playing with the ball there and whatnot. Ball leader 10 going with Danilo. Deepak saying Sandro played good. I like the Danilo shout. Vlahovic getting the goal. Danilo was the one that got to the aerial that led to the goal. Plus, Danilo was solid at the back today. Danilo's a good shout. Remo dropping the Cuadrado, and to be honest, I said this, granted his offensive struggles in this one and the passes being just piss poor. Hear me out on this. As far as Cuadrado goes, he faced their whole attack pretty much the entire game, because that's all they played with, was up that left flank. And he was taking on Lazaro, he was taking on Radonjic, then he was taking Caramo. He literally faced everything they had, and he did hold up on the defensive side, but offensively, he was not able to help us in the manner we needed. So I got to go with Danilo personally, or Vlahovic. Andrew dropping Bremer, man of the match. And it's there we go. Let's see. Now, as far as everything else, everybody, I'll drop you with the last stats, okay? In terms of this match, ultimately, it just came down to a win. The retreat, that was a high, intense topic about the players being held back away from their homes, having to stay in a hotel, just go straight to Contenance and work together. Barring the result of this, if they would have dropped it, they would have had to stay in retreat till Friday. I would think it now ends, but again, we have to wait and hear what comes of it, if that retreat is going to happen. Here we go as far as the statistics in this one as the game wraps up. Possession, 53% in favor of Torino. 15 total attempts for Torino, 14 for Juve. 8 attempts on target for Juventus to 2 from Torino. Big chances. Juventus, 3 big chances with 2 missed. Obviously, we banged the one in from Vlahovic, and that was the difference. 0 big chances surrendered by Juventus, and that is a positive for us to stick on to as well. Again, there's more work to do. We have to go one game at a time because of the situation we're in. Everybody, I want to thank you again for joining this watch along. Like it, like the video before you go. Share this content let's continue to help each other grow the AJC Army and this channel, all right? So share the content if you enjoy it. Massive thank you to all of you. Jeremiah, great commentary as always. Al, love the calling experience again. Thanks, bro. Cheers. It won't be the last time, okay? So we broke through with the call-ins at halftime with Aman and Jeremiah. We'll continue that on halftimes on watch-alongs, and might even throw it into the pod every now and then, but we might even have actual call-in session shows, all right, which will work in the time with all of you. Everybody, enjoy the rest of your weekends. I'm signing out. Until tomorrow's post-match podcast live at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Fino alla fine. Forza Juve. Enjoy your weekends and the victory. We'll talk tomorrow. Ciao.